What's up, guys? Welcome back to Good Time Trading, and today's May 16th. And so, oh, so if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that we called. Oh, didn't mean to draw that either. You know that we were calling a top, right here. We said it would probably wick up to the 9,900 region. Um, and then I closed my short at 9,600. And so from there, I said, we'll probably go back down to the 9,100 region because when you get a big wick down like this, it usually has follow through and puts in bullish divergence. And sure enough, man, we got it. We got the bullish divergence. Well, not really, but we did get another move down right here. And I was calling it in my video that we're probably going to get a move down to 91.50 again, and it would play out of bounds. But I've seen it happen, and I don't like taking trades over the weekend. I like to relax and enjoy it, and not worry about the weekend, April Fool's Day, pretty much with CME gaps. It's always counter to the trend. So yeah, I kind of thought we might pump this weekend, but now that we got the 12-hour. And you guys know that I was saying we were in a head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And you can really see it right here on the daily. Okay, so looking at the daily, we got this this left shoulder, this head, and then this right shoulder coming in on the macro. And last time, and just to put it in perspective, guys, this one was a small head and shoulders. So with this guy, and I did exit my trade back here at 10-1, because I did see the head and shoulders, but I seen this one, and then when it pumped up, it created another shoulder. So yeah, we were definitely not longing in any of this, and then so now that I'm seeing this guy, I'm not going to be looking for any longs, at least until we get the 12-hour momentum oscillator back up, because you did just lose it, and it did just come in. Yeah, so we got the red dot, so I'm bearish, looking for a dump, and yeah, the daily rejected. So, and then going back out to the higher time frames. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did switch around my indicator again, and let me show you that on the daily. So I moved on my RSI, I moved the ranges up to 80 and 20, and so that's why it looks a little different. And then on this, I changed the colors to green and purple right here. So when it's green on top, that's bullish. Purple on top, that's bearish. So anyway, so we're going to start with the higher time frames and work our way down. Still got the monthly bullish on the RSI. So on the macro, I'm still bullish, especially as long as we're above the 21 on the monthly. So long term, still bullish on Bitcoin, not looking for, the doomsday drop too hard. But if we ever lose the monthly, and that'll be, I'm pretty sure, a break of 8,400, we'll lose the monthly momentum. So, yeah, we'll look at the lower time frames before we get into that, though. And on the monthly, just in case you guys missed my last video, and maybe we can see it better on the BLX chart. So we got this this downtrend on the volume on the monthly still. So still kind of waiting for that to be resolved. But looking back at regular charts, yeah, really nothing to be seen. I mean, still looking alright. And then, so going to the 3 week, we got the 3 week green dot. So that's bullish, but let me get this deleted. Okay, so the 2 week still looking good, and I did add another moving average if you're following along with me. The gray one is the 144 moving average, and that is the Fibonacci numbers. So I got the 21, 55, 89, 144, 200, and the 200. And the purple is a EMA, and the white one's simple moving average. So looking at the weekly, I told you guys we got the 2155 golden cross, and yeah, I was looking for a pullback off of it and down to the 10. So yeah, if that happens, boy, that's a long way down to the 10 at 7,200. But as long as we're above the 21 and the 55, I don't really see that happening. And then let me pull this up, drop this one down a little bit. Okay, so the 8-day, really nothing going on there. And we're going to work our way down through the time frames here. So we got the 6-day golden cross and then 6-day golden cross. So we're kind of looking for a little bit of a downtrend to happen just because it happened back here. And then let's see if we got any more examples on it. So we got the 6-day golden cross back here, and then yeah, it pumped straight through it. So hey, that's maybe if we're super bullish, we pump straight through this guy just like here. So even though I'm short-term bearish, long-term, I am looking for this dip to either below 7,000s or 8,400 is where I'm going to be buying if it's looking like it's going to bounce right there. Okay, but that's a lot of hopium just off of kind of what's been going on in the charts. So the 5-day, we got the 5-day momentum oscillator, the RSI coming down. So yeah, if you lose your 5-day, you can see what happened last time you got your 5-day. It was a from the 5-day 40% drop, and then so yeah, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. So working our way down. The 3-day, looking like you got some bearish divergence on the 3-day, so that's pretty nasty right there. That guy, good. And then we got price action going flat or down, so yeah, that's not too healthy right there. That would line up with our dump that I'm telling you guys about. Okay, and then so the 2-day is just flatlined, pretty neutral, not really giving us anything. And so right here, you did run up to the red line, and when you did, when these, which is kind of like the stochastic, gets up into the red, that's usually where trouble happens in Bitcoin. As you can just kind of see, these are all kind of the tops of momentum getting put in. So yeah, you got up into the red right here, 60% dump, and then you got into the red and you ran it up to 13K. And right here at 8K, and right here at 5K. So yeah, at least a sideways consolidation is what I'm getting from all this. And then the daily, we were saying you had a little bit of divergence on the daily yesterday, and yeah, I don't think that played out with that little small dump, just because I don't know. To me, it's gonna go. It's just the weekend kind of got things a little skewed. But on my indicator, when it does get down to the green and purple line, it is kind of like a support resistance line. Just like, when you lost it right here, that's when the dump happened. Um, so if we do lose this on the daily, I would look for some pretty heinous doom wicks to come in. And because you got the daily golden cross, that is where I look to take a counter trade. And I did long off the daily golden cross, but and it was a profitable trade of 3.5%, but I got out before the momentum was lost, basically. And the more I look at this, and it's kind of on the bullish side, but if you look back at the daily, right here at this formation, it looks very, very similar to this formation right here. So if that's the case, are we going to have one more flush up and have a parabolic run to maybe 12.5 or top out at 11.5 before going down? Very well could be if it repeats it, but that doesn't mean it's gonna just because it happened in the past. Or another thing I'm kind of thinking, is it a hidden bull flag, just like this one was back here. It was just a hidden flag that you didn't see unless you drew it like that. So kind of thinking we might be in another hidden bull pole bull flag, and then a bull pole bull flag, but that'd be the moon boy talk after at least going sideways here. But the more I think about the markets and Bitcoin and just the economy in general, and I told you guys yesterday we're probably getting another stimulus check in the U.S. So if everybody does get all this money in the unemployment, I don't think the market's as bad as everybody thinks. Aside from the fact that they're reopening the economy, and everybody's acting like we defeated the pandemic. But if cases spike in 2-3 weeks, uh, I don't think that's priced in. So as long as that doesn't happen and everything's fine, I think the markets will pump. But if it gets blown out of proportion with a bunch of new cases, I'd be looking for some heinous moves. And then if SPY crashes down to new lows, uh, that would mean Bitcoin would dump super hard. So, but that's a little early to be calling for all that. Um, but I was just going to give you all the update that I think a dump's coming off the 12-hour momentum getting lost. And so, that's pretty much it. But we'll go down to the lower time frames. If any of you guys are trading those. So, as long as we're above the 10 simple on the 4-hour, I would still be looking for that move lower. Maybe to the 89 right here at 9,000. But checking out the 2-hour, we got the 2-hour red dot. So if we get down to the green region, I would be looking for a small bounce. But the 1-hour, we got the 1-hour 21.55 death cross. And that's the red and the green one right here. So, maybe we'll pump it back up to the 10 at 93.80 and then play out some more downs. And your volatility is at steady decline right here on the 1-hour chart. So, maybe see what kind of pattern you're in here. And then, so a break of, let's call it 91.70, or you can get back above 9,500. I think we could see an uptick on volatility. Put some alerts in for that so I know if it pumps. So guys, and we were also calling we were looking at the 2-hour RSI and how it lost the exponential right here, and we were getting pretty bearish off of that. And so yeah, if we get the 2-hour, man, and uptick in volatility, and then yeah, maybe we could get a nice little pump back up to 9,600. But yeah, I really wouldn't be looking for that to happen just because of the 12-hour got me angled to the downside. So if we did break bearish, see what we're looking at here. And then there is another way to draw it. You can go like this, something like that. So yeah, if we break 91.50 though, that's where I'd be looking for the big move to happen, is 91.50. So yeah, let's just take it from here. So we'll say a 5% move. But keep in mind too that so yeah, a 4% move. Okay, so yeah, the low 9,000s, but keep in mind the super macro head and shoulders, and then also this guy, if this thing does get drug out to be a little bit more of, you know, a pump and then the dump, just look alive for the doom wick. That's all I'm saying. So I am looking for that dump to happen, and then over time, if we get that dump, I would imagine it would lead into uh, this head and shoulders dump. So, and we'll get that measured move too, just to see what it would be. And you know what? Let's get another chart. This is getting kind of junky. Okay, so looking at this, I'll draw it one more time for you guys. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. Okay, and then if we go and say this is, let's say this is the neckline. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's just say that's the neckline, but then also we got this neckline. So we'll take kind of two different measurements off of it, and it's going to be pretty rough and hard to measure it just because not real sure the best way to do it, but you're talking at least 17% um, from the breakdown point, and that would line up with the lower 7,000 target. And then if you wanted to get pretty crazy with it, I guess you could say um, this would be the target, 30%. But if either one of these scenarios happen, I'm going to be trying to buy the dips on the way down just because post-halvening, the dip after the halvening is the dip to buy. So kind of keep that in mind, guys. But that move won't be happening until we break this guy right here. But you just got to think over time, is this uptrend sustainable? You know, I mean, I really do hope it is, but if it's not, you guys can kind of see what we're in for just off of Bitcoin's past. You know, something like this, kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe not this low, and then double bottom. That would be pretty sweet, and then hopefully put in some bullish divergence from there to there, and then yeah, hopefully get some cheap Bitcoin, and then run this baby back up to 20K and all-time highs. But we'll see. We'll keep our eye on the 12-hour and not Moon Boy and Doom Boy too much. But we'll see, guys. Stay safe out there and have a great weekend.